Yeah, we're good.
We'll call this meeting to order at 8 a.m. In your packet, you have minutes from the July 11th board meeting. If anyone's had a chance to take a look at that, we'll take a motion to accept those.
I can't do it.
I will motion.
Okay, motion by Kristen, second by
Janine?
Janine.
Good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And treasurer's report, Kristen.
All right, let's start on the second page, the income statement. And to see that we had total income of $197,000 in July. Yeah.
Wow.
Non-cash.
Exactly.
Right, and that's just the reversal of what was remaining from the TAM litigation that was reversed to refund of prior year expenditures. So less expenses of $8,436. We had a net profit of $189,000 year to date, $176,000 compared to a break-even budget. Okay, flipping over to the statement of cash transactions. We had interest of about $4,350 and disbursements of $17,800 for a cash end of balance cash total of about $1.6 million, which on the first sheet goes back to the balance sheet. You can see that 1.6, and total assets of 2.8. Total liabilities of our bonds of 43,000 gives us a nice fund balance of 1.5 million. Any questions on the financials? All right then.
All right, take a motion to accept the financial statements as presented by Kristen. Motion by
Second.
Darlene, second by Dan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and then I request payment of the August bills. We have Earth Dimensions and the Dual Arcology Cultural Resource Management for those surveys that Tom has been talking about, for total August payments of $14,527.42.
And it's a minor point, but really the description of the Earth Dimension 770 isn't really accurate. It really wasn't a boundary survey. You know that we have paid them previously for the wetlands delineation. And the way that contract was written was only if they're called to make on-site visits with the DEC or Army Corps of Engineer, and they were in fact, asked to join the DEC for an on-site survey. So that's where that 770 came from.
Okay, so I guess I present the motion
Sure.
for the payment of the bills.
All right, we have the bills presented by Kristen, second by Janine. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Kristen.
I don't have too much of substance. I do have something substantive for the executive session, but I have gone ahead now that we have the kind of the wetlands delineation fairly done and the SHPO thing out of the way. The next element of the FAST grant would be a proposal from Wendell to kind of relay out access roads, and then more importantly, design utilities into those parcels as they're laid out, and give us kind of a ballpark cost estimate of those would be. Obviously, in the idea that maybe we have a future go look for a different FAST grant that actually would pay for access roads and water. And I don't know that it'll be too expensive, in the sense that they had done kind of three, I'll say, sort of cocktail napkin versions of them previously. And certainly with the minor changes in the wetlands delineation, I don't know that those will change. So I'll follow up with Rob to see where they are. I know they've worked on it because I got a call from them when they were kind of sitting down to work on it. So keep an eye out for that. I did throw in your packets this morning. I know it's not a direct project of ours, but so you can see the progress made on the rail trail phase 2 that goes from Murphy Road to the city line. that's, the trail itself is done, the gate is in, there's some culvert work that's in. The only thing that's really being delayed at this point was the signage and then a couple boulders, but then that will be done. We are participating, I think I sent it to all of you, and with a kind of a survey effort that Go Bike Buffalo is doing that ultimately would probably make it easier for the city of Lockport and not really directly related to us, NT and Wheatfield, to create and or extend their rail trails. So hopefully that survey turns out well for them. Earlier this month, myself and the two individuals from Niagara County IDA met with Custom Laser. It was really kind of a threefold meeting. One, just to get a general update of things. Two, Custom Laser had applied for a Niagara County program to help fund a new piece of production equipment, and they kind of wanted to see that. I don't think the Niagara County guys had ever been to Custom Laser, and it was, I had taken the tour on a number of times, but it's always an impressive tour. But I'd say the two things that are noteworthy for you all is that, kind of much to my surprise, he is going to hang on to the former Franbuilt building on Akron Road. I was hoping, frankly, that he was going to sell that just because it's such a great building, not a great location, but great building, given how limited industrial inventory there is. And then what he's going to be using Poly One for initially, I don't think it will even come close to fully outfitting it is. He probably has, I don't know, like 7 welding stations currently, maybe 5 in his main building and a few over in the fabricating paint building. All of those plus some additions, taking them up to 12 welding stations will go into Poly One. I think in the near term, of course, I'll have to try and find 5 new welders, which is a different story. But so that's the initial use of Poly One, and unfortunately, the Franbuilt won't be coming back online anytime soon, because he'll keep the crane. He'll continue to do his tube cutting and so on over there. So, but everything else is good there. You can see the kind of how far the succession plan has really moved forward, which is a good thing as well. Just yesterday was the second year that Niagara County workforce folks did a job fair at Day Road Park. Park always looks lovely. I would say it was somewhat similar to last year, which isn't necessarily really a positive, both in terms of the number of people that came to look for a job, but maybe more importantly, the makeup, selfishly for us, of the firms that were there. It was just like last year, really heavy on healthcare, human services, staffing agencies, smattering of college and so on. I think I only counted 5 manufacturers, none that we had encouraged to come. The only one of note that I got a kick out of was Milkbone Dog Biscuits manufacturing outfit, but I think it's good they do it. I'm sure there are some places that got business out of it, and especially maybe the staffing agencies and so on. But again, the park always looks great, and it's a good place to hold it. So, just as a quick FYI, I did attend the Subaru Wester grand opening. I have a strong contact with the Wester Foundation head. Interesting exercise only in the sense that even the Subaru America execs, which are all, with one exception, direct from Japan, were in attendance, and it was neat to see the kind of relationship that's growing there and so on. But it's a beautiful building. If you haven't stopped in, if you're not in the market for a new Subaru, send Kristen in there to.
I just got a new RAV.
Oh, did you? And that's their 5th quote unquote Lockport location, so that's not a bad thing. We won't quibble over what side of transit they're on, And then I was not able to check with Kate. I'm 60% certain that the Yahoo project fee probably has come in. I really had to kind of become kind of, a pain about that and was told that the check would have been cut on August 1st. And it comes in through ACH and stuff. So I'll ask her as soon as it's over. It really is my expectation that that's um, in and will show up in our August financials. But definitely overdue. I think the contract called for like June, but what have you. But I'll let you know in an email on that. But I think that's it. Other than, again, I got a couple of things for exec, but
Okay, all right, thanks, Tom. All right, moving on, attorney's report, Tom.
The Bison bag land purchase agreement has been signed by both parties, so that's moving forward towards closing. We are going to order the updated title work. Pretty much just move forward towards closing. Once that comes in, it's analyzed and cleared. There's really nothing standing in the way. They are not financing the purchase, so pretty much a cash deal. And we should be able to move forward. I wouldn't be surprised if it was completely closed by our next meeting.
All right, well, nice.
Yeah, so we'll see. Bison, see how they go forward. If they do anything this fall or not. But they have not made any type of application to the planning board yet for site plan approval or anything. So they're probably looking next year, I'm guessing.
All right. All right, thanks, Tom. All right, any old business? Any new business? All right, at this time, we'll take a motion to move into executive session for consultation with attorney. Motion by Janine. Second by Dan. All right, take a motion to move out of executive session. Motion by Kristen, second by Janine. All right, let's see, next meeting will be 8 a.m. Thursday, September 12th. Please let Tom know if you're unable to attend forum.
and yeah, maybe if you make enough progress with like the formal presentation. Otherwise, it should be.
All right. Take a motion on the meeting.
So,
all right, motion by Darlene. Second by Dan. All in favor?
Aye.
Appreciate it.
Meeting adjourned.
Never be Mark Smith. That used to be about 15 minutes.
Really fast meetings.
Mark Smith.
Oh, yeah.